What is up? Welcome back to another episode of Behind the Mask of Mr. Fuentes. I am Franco, as always, with the Mr. Baldhead himself, Mr. Fuentes, right here to my right side.
Yeah, I think from their perspective, you're right. I guess from your perspective, it'd be left. But I am on the right, yes, and I am Mr. Fuentes, and welcome back to episode 1. Technically, we started. Hopefully, I'll see in episode 0 talking about a sneak peek and everything that's going to be coming on the album, and we are here to talk about the first track of the album, Overture.
That's my daughter and my wife in the background. If you hear them, we're on vacation, so working on vacation.
Always rubs it in my face that he has a wife and kid.
And vacation.
And a vacation.
Today's episode, the first track, Overture. My first question, my only question: what is the definition of overture, and why do you call it overture? Because I didn't hear you not once say overture in this song.
Yeah, in classical music, like on just in classical music, I guess it's the only way to explain it. In classical music, the overture is the beginning of a musical piece. So, kind of treating this whole album as a giant musical piece. This is the overture, the very first song, the beginning of everything.
Sound good? That's about my only questions. Thank y'all for listening, watching. Catch you guys next time.
Thank you. I appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, Overture is the first track on the album. We're about to get into it and listen to it. There's a very high chance you're going to hear this before the actual stream or album even drops. So this is going to be the first track of the album. I made it to be very kind of like jumping into something very fast, very in your face. Pretty much like if it was like an introduction, it was like the most granuous introduction I could possibly give about myself in a very minute and a half time frame. But yeah, I mean, I really don't have anything special to really lead into it. Just that it's the intro of the CD that I probably said about 4 times already, and that yeah, I mean, pretty much we can jump into it.
This is number 1 on the CD.
But
what number was this when it was recorded?
I don't know.
Okay, what number was this when it was written? What year was it written?
I don't know. Probably 2020.
It's like 2000, man. 23 years later?
2020, I'm pretty sure, is when I wrote this.
What made you want to write it? Did you just hear the beat like, yo?
Yeah, pretty much. I heard this beat and I was just like, damn, this goes way too fucking hard. I remember I showed it to my, I showed my family members and my friends, the beats that I pick out and like some of the roughs of a lot of my songs. And I remember when I picked out the beat, I showed my cousin at a barbecue. I was like, yeah, this is going to be the intro to the album. And he listened to it and he's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing, man? I just spit. Anyway, he's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing, man? I was like, what? Like, he's like, you can't start off an album that hard. You're going to give everyone the expectation up here and then it's just going to go downhill. Like, you're giving too much energy right off the bat. Like, you need to, like, lower that energy and then, like, kind of climb up to, like, a higher energy songs as the album progresses, and don't just start off with the most high energy track you have. Like, that's crazy, dude. I was like, so you don't like the beat? No, he's like, no, I love the beat. It's like a really good beat. It's going to really kick things off. But if your next song isn't hard or the next song after that isn't hard, then you're going to lose people's interest like automatically. So I was like, well, Good thing my whole album goes hard. So hell yeah,
You got the skits in between though.
yeah, I do.
All right, let's see. I have a lyric video that I created. If y'all need lyric videos, y'all can hit me up at 361 Franco does lyric videos at gmail.com. They're not free, by the way.
Did you really make it that email address?
Yes. Okay, ready? Are you ready, people that are watching this? I saw a nod. I never could have ever thought I'd ever make it this far. No kind of music in life, because you never could have guessed every time I thought a death man, life's hard. But I'm still right here. Tears made a rap career, yeah, I feel this near, but the claim top tier, no, I have no fears. Delete competition is solely my mission. I strike a precision and challenge ambitions. A cat and the mouse, and I'm setting a trap and attack at your house. It's almost a wrap. Beat him and defeat him when I meet him. I don't need him, I don't beat him. Overheat him with the speed him. Overseat him, I'm mistreat him. When I see him, I'm mislead him. Take the freedom. And who are you? They
Pause
call
it.
me Mr. Fuentes, coming out of Rockport, Texas. Know my flow, you cannot mess with. AK all day till I'm breathless. Start a heist through any sound device and call the poltergeist and getting after life to break my heart apart. Cause inside my art, Shaw Malice hard right from the start. Yeah. I know you won't stop that, so I guess right there's fine.
I mean, you went like way past when I wanted you to stop, but it's fine. So yeah, I start the whole album on Hello World. Because this is the beginning of the album, so I'm like, "Hello World." It kind of reminded me of, I don't remember, like when I first thought about it, the Johnny Depp version of Willy Wonka, where he's like, "Hello, Star Child humans," and whatever the hell he says whenever the people get there at the chocolate factory.
Isn't this like a throwback as well? It's one of your songs. You said "Hello World." I like one of them.
No, I think one of my beats had like a "Hello World, Hello World, Hello World."
Oh yeah, it was on the last season. What song was it?
Was
I
it
can't think.
Boyfriend? No.
It may have been that one. I can't remember. It was kind of like a love-ish song.
I think one of those had a beat, a thing like that. But pretty much the intro was like "Hello World." You know, is the beginning of the album. Hello, I am. This to me, this is kind of like my first official album, technically. So it was like, "Hello World, I'm out here. I'm here to show y'all what I got. I am here for y'all." And then I started off with, "I never could have ever thought I'd ever make it this far." And you know, I remember when I first wrote that line out, that's all I wrote was just that line. I didn't even have a rhyme after that. Or I think I did have a rhyme, but I didn't like it at all. I was just like, "Yeah, that was disgusting." But I remember liking that. I never could have ever thought I'd ever make it this far. And then I guess at the time I was going through some like depression stuff, and I was just like, people probably think I'm talking about music. And no, I'm not talking about music. I'm talking about my life, because you never could have guessed every time I thought of death, man, life's hard. I thought that was probably one of the most realist lines I could have ever wrote, which is pretty funny. I mean, it's funny to me, but it's like depressing / like relatable for some people, I think. But then like jumping back into it, like, okay, yeah, I'm still right here after 10 plus years with blood and tears, made a rap career. I feel this near, but the claim top tier, no, I have no fears. You know, just talking about everything. Kind of like Franco had said before, or I don't know if he said it before we recorded or after we started recording, that you know, it's basically just you know, this is my year, this is me coming up, this is everything I'm doing, this is it, you know. So delete competition is solely my mission. I strike a precision and challenge ambitions, the cat and the mouse, and I'm setting the trap and attack at your house. It's almost a wrap. And then I have the little fast beat thing, which I made sure when I made the fast rap part that it all made sense if you actually pay attention to all the words. It wasn't just a bunch of random words put together. But at the same time, it was a bunch of random words put together to rhyme.
I think this entire album, Sneak Peek, you went like fast in almost every. I think every song was pretty much fast. Like you found your speed of, I guess, is that, I don't know if that's the right word, but speed of fast rap, where like it's just normal for you now at this point. Normal to hear Fuentes' song and that's his regular speed and shit.
Yeah. Um, it's actually hard to write a slow song for me. All my raps, whenever I think about a delivery or a flow, they all come out fast. I'm hoping on my next thing that I do, my next project, I slow down a bit and can get some more um, slowed down songs. But yeah, I mean, he's right. You know, a lot of these tracks I do have a faster flow for pretty much every track.
Because I think even Lost has its own. It's not like slow down. It's more. It's still fast, but it's like a slower down fast for you.
Yeah, there's a lot of little like breaks, like
Hmm.
breathing up, down. Which when I wrote, well, we could talk about that song whenever that song
Yeah.
comes. But for this one, yeah, I mean, you know, pretty much it's an intro. My name's Mr. Fuentes. I live in Rockport, Texas. You know, Absolute Kings, AK all day till I'm breathless. Um, and then just a little part, you know, about to start a heist when you sound device and call the poltergeist and kidnap your life. Um, that was definitely, it was an idea. Like I pretty much changed the idea of poltergeist where they pulled that little girl into the TV. That I'm basically gonna pull you into the headphones, like with my raps. Like I'm gonna cause a poltergeist and kidnap your life through your headphones. Um, and then break my heart apart because inside's my art and show I'm a la carte right from the start. Um,
Yeah.
there's there's a there's a show. I forget what the name of the show is. I think it's called Helsing. No, it's not Helsing. It's Hell something. It's an anime, but the lead character in the anime, his name's Alucard. Um, but that's not what this was based off of. It was based off a Tech Nine song that Tech Nine had made called Alucard, and Tech Nine. The whole song's about he's Alucard is Dracula backwards, and so the song is basically that he's gonna live forever like Dracula through his music. So he's Alucard, you know, that's what he says he is. So I use that line like and show I'm Alucard right from the start, show that I'm the one of the ones that are supposed to be in that category of rap, that I'm gonna be everlasting. And right from the start, right from the get go, since to me, like I've said before, this is the beginning, this is the start of my, to me, my music career in a sense, because this is my first official album. I'm gonna show everyone that I'm Alucard right from the start. Um, and yeah, that's about as far as we got so far in the song. You can go this time all the way up to whenever the hook's about to start.
Okay.
This dream and pretend it's time to go all in. For my friends and kin, I know I can win. What it means to be the most raw MC. No, you ain't never gonna hear another guy like me. You ain't never bust a rhyme or a line like me. Never gonna be as cool or as fly as me. What of a kind MC? Just wait and see.
So that I've been thinking part, the little operatic. Well, first of all, you know, nobody's fault. You know, technology is new and we're still learning it. Obviously, this is the full quality of the song whenever you hear it. Um, so whenever you hear it for real, it's going to be probably a lot more in your face. But that I've been thinking part, that's kind of like a little operatic, like I've been thinking. Um, I remember I had something else completely like written for that. It was like something like I was gonna be like singing, like, but like not singing like that, but actually singing, and it's gonna be like, you don't know, something like, I don't remember what the hell I had planned, but I remember when I wrote it, that was my original idea. I was like, oh, I'm gonna sing this little part, and then I'm gonna rap, and then I'm gonna sing it again, and then I'm gonna rap. And I tried to record it, and it sounded like complete dog shit. I was just like, oh my god, this is horrible. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And I went to the studio, like trying to record the song like 3 days in a row, trying to like perfect that one spot, and it was not happening. And then I don't remember why or what. I just remember I was just chilling or laying in bed, and I like had just blocked out that whole part, but left my rap parts in so I could like listen to it and try to think of something to do there. And I remember I just randomly just had, I don't know, just kind of like the melody, like, oh, oh, oh. I was like, whoa, what was that? Okay, that was kind of cool. Like, what can I put there? Like, okay, I've been thinking. And then I just, like, the next day I came in and I layered all of those tracks to make it sound like, what it sounds like. Um, I remember showing one of my friends like the first time I did that, and I was like, dude, this is like the coolest shit I've ever done. Listen. Um, it was pretty cool. I think it made the song sound more epic, just adding that one little part in there. Um, and yeah, it came out pretty good. It made that little part itself made me feel like I leveled up in my rap because it was like something different that I've never done before, and it came out good. I was like, wow, this is really cool. But yeah, lyric wise, still going in about this is it. This is my year. This is my time. This is it. This is me coming out. I'm about to show y'all stuff that y'all never have seen before in the rap game, which, to be honest, everything in the rap game's been done before. But I do enjoy that when people listen to my music, they always kind of tell me like that sometimes it's hard for them to pin what kind of style of music I really am, or usually I just get well, you just sound different than everyone else, and in a good way. And so I normally take that as a compliment, and feel good that I'm doing something that sounds a little different than most other rappers are doing. But yeah, braggadocio, cockiness. No, you ain't never heard it. You ain't never gonna hear another guy like me. Never gonna buzz a rhyme or a line like me. Never gonna be as cool or as fly as me. Um, just an intro. One of a kind MC. Just wait and see. And then the next part would be technically the hook, but I don't know if you'd call it a hook on a minute and a half track, but that's what I'm going to call it, is a hook. A hook that only plays once.
This is your chance to get to know me. Take a seat, don't peep, but just sneak peek. Sneak peek. I can show you.
Yep.
That was a hook. That was the hook.
That was the hook.
Coming from the bottom and I'm rushing to the top.
Yep. Coming from the bottom and I'm rushing to the top. That lyric I wrote in like 2010. Maybe 2000. No, yeah, 2010, 2011.
Was that before or after Drake said started from the bottom?
Oh, that was way before Drake started from the bottom.
You should have got off your lazy ass and fucking put that shit out.
No, that song it came from was horrible. Oh my god, Jesus Christ.
I really got nothing. Like you said, this is a fast, braggadocious rap. There ain't really much to say about it besides you just saying this is your time, your year, introducing yourself. Which is funny because every album, I think you have an introduction. People are always introducing you. And now Mr. Fuentes. So I find that kind of funny. But If I had to pick a favorite line from this, besides the first line, "Hello world," and the real first line, I never could have ever thought I'd ever make it this far, not in music and live, because you never could have ever guessed. Every time I thought a deaf man, life's hard. I think my second favorite line would be the "With my friends and my kin, I know I can win."
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite line?
Mm,
Besides, I've been thinking, because you already said that.
that's not my favorite line. Just my favorite sound. um, it's probably that very first line. I feel like that sums up like everything I was going through when I was writing this album. That I never could have ever thought I'd ever make it this far, not in music and life, because you never could have guessed. Every time I thought of death, man. And you're right, that is spelled wrong. Or that it's not thought of death, thought of death.
Told you to check all of your spelling, because I'm just copying and pasting it.
I know you did.
I'm about to go back and edit this shit, man. I'm gonna start charging you.
You never could have guessed. There's no ever in there. You never could have guessed. Every time I thought of death, man, life's hard. Yeah, that's it. There's no ever in there because you never could have guessed. Every time I thought of death, man, life's hard. But yeah, no, that would probably be my favorite line, and then my favorite, like, if I were to pick a second one, it would probably be the next little part after that. The league competition is solely my mission. I strike a precision and challenge ambition as a cat in the mouse, and I'm setting a trap and attack at your house. It's almost a wrap. I write like little double entendres, but to me, they're like really only double entendres in my head. When other people listen to them, they don't think about them as double entendres. But like, I'm talking about taking out my competition. Delete competition is solely my mission. A strike of precision and challenge ambition. I'm kind of talking about toying with my opponents. Like, it's a cat and a mouse, and I'm setting a trap. Like, I'm letting them get to where they want to get to, and then I go to their house and attack them, and then it's a wrap. They're done. That's what they, at the end of like a film, they're like, all right, that's a wrap. Let's get everything over with. So it's talking about, it's almost a wrap. Like, I'm almost done with them. But then I'm also kind of using it as like everything that I've been doing, I almost made a wrap. And it wasn't until I did the really fast part right after that is when it officially became a rap. So that was like the double entendre. Like, this song's almost a rap. Beat him when I feed him when I meet him. I don't need him. I don't feed him. Overheat him with speed him. Overseat him. I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna see him. I'm gonna lead him. Take the freedom. And then, wow. Now it's a rap. But yeah. That's the only other like part that, like, when I read stuff and watch stuff like this, like, that's the stuff that impresses me, because I'm like, oh, cool, that was a cool little double entendre. No one's probably ever gonna notice besides me, but that's a cool double entendre.
That's why you have this show, so you can tell them.
Right? So you can look how awesome and smart I am. If I were to say I have a least favorite line, it's probably "They call me Mr. Fuentes coming out of Rockport, Texas." I kind of hate that line.
I think you use that so many times, I feel like.
I hate that line, but I wanted to put it in there because it was still like, this song was kind of my introduction. So I wanted it to like literally introduce me. Like, who are you? Oh, well, my name's Mr. Fuentes, coming out of Rockport, Texas. No, my flow you cannot mess with. AK all day till I'm breathless. That little bar is probably my weakest bar in the entire, or my weakest 2 bars in the entire track. Everything else I thought was pretty solid. But yeah, anything, any comments from the song? What did you think when you first heard the track? I know you've probably seen me do it live a few times and stuff like that, but like, if you were to have an opinion on,
How about this? I rate it on 1 through 12 on your put it in order for your track. 1 being the best, 12 being the worst. I'll put this at solid
it doesn't help
9.
me if I was gonna say it doesn't help me if all my tracks are tens. Like it doesn't.
This is 9. Be at 9. Like from
Uh,
1, my favorite track. Like I'm gonna put. I list them in order, pretty much. What I'm saying.
you listed them in order, so this is number 9 out of 12.
Hmm.
Okay, okay, number nine
This
out
one,
of
like
12.
it's a good intro, but then you hear the rest of the album, and it's like you come back over here, and who are you? They call me Mr. Fuentes coming out of rock. Like yeah, it's weak.
Okay,
It's a good intro though. I think this one and the one we're gonna talk about, number 3. I always forget that one's called. Match.
first match.
First match. To me, I think they like are the same to me. An introduction.
Mm-hmm.
I think you could have went without this track, or you could put this track into match, like a prelude type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just, I mean, my opinion and whatnot.
Well, it's also kind of a joke that I played um, on myself because like every album I've done, I've always done kind of like 2 introduction songs. Speedballing, I do 2 introduction songs. Smile and Wave, I do 2 introduction songs, and now in this one, I'm doing 2 introduction songs. Because if you remember, Smile and Wave, I do that intro, and then it goes into Shine, where it's like it goes into like, who's that? Oh, that's Mr. Fuentes. Oh, I heard he eats like 1 cracker a day. It's kind of like another introduction kind of thing. And on Speedballing, it goes from the intro to Monster Flow, which is kind of like another introduction track where welcome to bitch like I own the place. Everyone should know when they see my face. Bow down quickly, come your holy grace. Um, so I kind of just played on that idea that I always have 2 intro tracks on every album I do. It's always just what I do. I don't know.
But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Anything else?
No, that's pretty much it.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching, listening.
Sorry for the melodramatic ending.
The track was gonna be quick because it's a quick track, minute and a half. But you can follow Mr. Fuentes at Mr. Fuentes361 on any social media platform: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Yeah, and go and follow me. It's at Wrestling Tacos, WRASSLINTALKOS. If you made it this far and you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, I don't know what's wrong with you, but just hit the subscribe button real quick. Be a doll and hit that. And
And then hit the bell for the notifications.
you don't need to on that, honestly. I post a lot.
He posts a lot.
I think if you do it, like you get all the posts for like the shorts and shit, and like I do that almost daily. So don't
you
don't do
want to
that.
see the shorts though. It's fine.
You want to if you like wrestling, but like you don't gotta.
You'll watch them and you'll start liking wrestling. Don't listen to Franco. Just hit the bell.
Yeah, we'll catch you guys next one. If y'all want to re-listen to the song since the album isn't out yet, y'all can just go back and re-listen to it anytime y'all want. Peace.